And I am live for the first time in over 2 months. This is my 261st live stream altogether. When I started going live in 2018, and my channel, I would have said it died, but my channel was fairly dead before then, but it was dead even more following my live stream addiction. We've got the one viewer. Thought I'd have a wee open chat, open discussion. There's some buzz, some excitement going on in the fake fight industry known as professional wrestling. But not everybody I don't even like wrestling these days. So I thought instead of doing like a wrestling banter for wrestle chat, open chat, I thought we'd just, have an open discussion. This is my 2019 video. And there's no other video I wanted to do other than go live once again, one more time, because next year the plan is no live videos at all. I've really reduced it this year. I went from doing a ridiculous 225 live streams last year to just what I think this is my 36th one in 2019. First one in a couple of months. I've just been making obviously non-live videos. This is the 1517th PMDB video in total. I've been here almost 10 years, 10 years next year. Of the 10 years of the PMDB video series next year. But, well, there will be videos next year. There'll be no lives next year, but there will be videos, at least 2 videos next year. But my priorities in the 2020s, in the decade to come, are going to be so different compared to this decade. We've got the 2 beautiful people watching right now. Are you a friend or are you a foe? Or are you in between? The chat is open. This is that awkward moment when there's nobody in the chat. So you end up, well, talking to yourself. So let's get on with it, shall we? First day. CM Punk has returned to the WWE, his first appearance on WWE television since the 2014 Royal Rumble, which I covered on here, which nobody watched back then either. In 2014, in video 483, I was talking about Jake the Snake Roberts going into the Hall of Fame and CM Punk quitting following the Royal Rumble, which I remember reviewing it too. It was a mixed bag of a show. That was when I was like a part-time wrestling mark. Whereas now, in 2019, I really hate today's WWE product. Excuse me, I'm so thirsty. Oh, we've got the one thumbs up. I appreciate that. Whoever that was. Feel free to join. I'm open to discuss anything we can get away with on YouTube. Very willing to discuss. Because I've done the wrestling banter ones before, and like everybody hates wrestling these days. There's a very small audience for wrestling these days. They're in the bubble, whether it's the AEW bubble or the WWE bubble. They're in their little bubble. Not many people cares about wrestling today, and even people like me who used to love it, been to WrestleMania, wore the T-shirt, Austin 316. Ashley Claire's the first one in. Good to see you, Ashley. How are you doing? How's YouTube going for you? Inquisitive moments. Well, look who it is. The strange. Yes, yes. I have been estranged, if that's a word, from live streams. I've been phasing them out this year. I feel like this year, however, I appreciate that. I've missed your beautiful face, Ashley. I did have my favorites in here. I've got to be honest. I did have my favorites in here. Thank you very much, Inquisitive Moments. I've not, I've not seen you both for a particularly long time either. Although I do go into some people's live streams now and again, but I haven't really seen you two about. How are yous both? I was starting to ramble on there. Yeah, still on the Shawn Michaels 1994 long-haired journey. I'm going to go for at least another 2 years. I've done 3 years, no haircut. So Ashley is A-OK. Very good. I've quit vlogging and live streaming and now create music. Hey, I've phased out the live streams this year, as you've probably have noticed. I started, just doing the uploads, which I did do for the first 8+ years on here. And Inquisitive Moments saying she now creates. I'll have to check those out. Inquisitive Moments. What are you two both up to just now? Ashley, you're from Australia, right? So what the hell time is it with you? I always thought when I did go live, I always thought the best time to go live for my American chums to pop in was about 10 p.m., 10 to 11 UK time for me. That always seemed to be the best time to go live, but I'm nearly 32, folks. I'm getting less and less patient. I'm cold. Look, I'm such a beta male. I've actually got a hot water bottle right now. Oh, why? I don't know why I thought you were from or lived in Australia. Oops. Yeah, I'd like to check out Australia sometime too, for dead sure. Why? I don't know why I had it in strange. Very odd. Maybe I've seen you in some Australian streams or something and got confused, assumed you were from Australia, and yeah. So I'm open to discuss anything you ladies want to discuss that we can get away with on YouTube. While I sit here freezing, going to my old fleeces, my fleeces. Some things, the more things change, the more they remain the same. Where in Scotland are you, Paul? I'm trying to place your accent. I live in a place called Aberdoom, northeast of Scotland. But when I used to work in a store, many people used to think I was Irish and was from Irish, and my family were all Irish, but that's not the case. I've still never been in Ireland. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But yeah, I don't have an Aberdonian accent either. I kind of always, I know this is bad, but always felt like it was sounded too common here. So I remember when I was younger, I didn't want to sound like everybody else, and I deliberately changed my own accent. I think that changed when I was young. I'm talking about when I was like a kid, teenager years. I actually changed my own accent, and I think that is what I've got now. And then I probably changed it again because when I first started doing YouTube videos, I think this is the same with a lot of people. I hated the sound of my own voice in my first few videos. So I think I may have modified it again and it just became my accent, if this makes any sense at all. Wow, my girlfriend is from Glasgow. there's Scottish accents, and then there's Glasgow accents, which is like an entirely different type of accent. But it's yeah. God, I love living in 2019. Always feel like I'm on eggshells all the time. This offended culture, cancel culture, ugh, bollocks to it. And I feel like more and more our time, like I just don't see. I see. I see. I'm on eggshells right now. I'm struggling. It's becoming a struggle. See how frustrated it is. It's becoming a struggle knowing what you can say and what you can't say on social media. But YouTube of 2010 was far superior to the YouTube now. That's what I'm basically trying to say. And I feel like, how long's this going to last until it goes down the tubes altogether? Is what I'm saying. Anyways, hopefully that won't happen. But I just feel like there's not much time left. So might as well enjoy it. Might as well go live one more time. Hello, Sherlock, my wrestling buddy. I enjoyed chatting about wrestling with you before. I'm a tiny wee bit interested in wrestling again because CM Punk returned. CM Punk. CM Punk. God bless Donald Trump. Did I say something there? It just sort of blurts out of my mouth sometimes. I can't help myself. Last time I talked to you, you were playing with the idea of cutting your hair. Yes. You can see I did, yeah, I speak shite. What can I say, Ashley? I speak rubbish sometimes, a lot of times, but hopefully when I do speak rubbish, I can entertain at that same time. Sherlock, how are you doing, buddy? Now, have I? Yes, but there was a moment a couple of weeks ago. It's like, oh, just hair's getting on my nerves. To be politically correct, I was going to say a T word, but I'm not sure I can say that word on here anymore. I was getting on my nerves, and I was tempted to just get rid, but going to go for at least 5 years now. See how ridiculous I look in 5 years. Well, 2 years from now, that'll be 5 years since I started the no haircut policy in my life. Yes. God, I haven't done this in a long time, so I will be out of touch. I just so happened to notice that it was my 200th video of 2019, and I just thought, what can I want to mark the milestone, and I thought I really can't be bothered doing another sort of half-hearted. Not that I do those half-hearted. Hey Frankie, how's it going? YouTube video just to do say I've done 200. No, I thought, why not just go live? Because I did promise in PMDB Team PMDB reunion, I did promise. Well, I have promised that maybe in November I'll do one more. So here I am. Ashley Clare says, gotta trim it or it'll look like poo. Just the ends. Yeah. I've been told that before. Probably overdue a trim, but I'd probably get someone. I don't think I'd go to the barbers or actual hairdressers because they love just snipping away. They're snip happy people at the barbers, and I would probably say I want it still past my shoulders, and I'd probably come out with a bob or something. So I'd get somebody I really trust to do it. I'm pretty good, Frankie. Thank you for asking. Yes, snip happy indeed. I'm such a beta meal today with this hot water ball. I am cold on board the Trump train. It's cold on here. Feels very alone on here sometimes, depending on what crowd you're in. I was going to do a depressing live stream. Well, I feel like there's a need for this topic. I was going to do a topic titled loneliness and talk about what we can do to try and tackle that because I get very lonely at times, jokes aside. The water ball needs a name. Yes, it's like it's my buddy at the moment. It is minus. I don't do well in any weather, to be honest, but particularly dislike the cold. And while I wrap up, it's an excuse to wear two fleeces. Not that I do that, but what was I talking about again? I'm not going to stay on too long. I've already finished my tea. Um, I'll stay on maybe. We'll see how it goes. See how it goes. See how it pans out. I should have planned this much better, Ashley Clare. We'll talk about Halloween kills and Halloween ends a little bit. So we're being treated to not one but two more Halloween films to feature the lovely Jamie Lee Curtis. Halloween Kills and Ends are going to be two sequels to arguably one of the worst movies ever made, Halloween 2018, not to be confused with the 1978 classic. Yes, and that became, and the thing is, for Ashley, is every time I say I want to quit, I genuinely mean it. But I've got such an addictive bad habits that, but I have to be fair. I went from 225 live streams last year to just the 36 this year. So to be fair, I have kind of phased it out. But later on, I started in some non-live videos, started taking the mick of myself. You can't really take the mick of others these days because hate crowd. But I think you're still allowed to slag off yourself. So I started, mimicking the times I said never stream again, and it sort of became my gimmick to say last video ever, final video ever, farewell Abergacy, farewell, goodbye world, and then I come back 3 days later because nothing else better to do. See, I don't watch television. I am not a Netflix and chill person. I've never used Netflix. When I play video, it would make there has to be at least 100 of those type videos. Actually, it would be quite funny. You got to laugh at yourself, folks. You really have got to laugh at yourself, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, we've got two new. Hey, Bobby, very good to. Hey, Bobby. Not that I have any favorites here at all, apart from the ladies. I appreciate the support. You're always supporting me, even when I go non-live with the uploads. So I very much appreciate that, Bobby. Very much appreciate that. It doesn't always try and reply to all the comments, and Bobby's one of the reasons I continue doing uploads videos at all. Well, can I clone you? I want to clone you, Bobby, because well, that'd be nice if everybody was like you and thought it was awesome. I don't even care about the numbers anymore. I, I, the videos. See, I've got a lot of mental health problems and blah 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 blah. We'll talk about that another time. And videos are a tool. Being creative is a tool for me to distract me from my many demons in life. And so I do it for that. That sometimes is the main reason I still do videos because it's a distraction. and then I end up creating. But I always aim to please and aim to try and entertain people. But I do occasionally do the raw, real videos from time to time talking about depression, and I was going to do one on loneliness, but maybe another time. Maybe another time. We'll keep the chat an open chat for now. We have Ashley here. We have Bobby just arrived. We had Frankie in earlier. And Inquisitive Moments. And Sherlock. So also, those who have watched my videos this year, other than the live streams, let me know what you've enjoyed. Have you enjoyed Bear Bob Bain, Raymond Ranks? A couple of characters I created this year. Bear Bob Bain, an update on him. He's still in a cell. He got a bit drunk with myself. We made Drunken Thoughts 2 Bob's round, and he ended up in a cell. So yeah, who knows when he will escape and reappear in a video again? Who knows? Maybe 2020, 10 years of PMDB videos. We shall see. Bobby is a fan of Bear Bob. Well, I'm sure he's not cracking up in a cell right now. I'm sure he's fairly better about that. But maybe he will escape. Maybe he will get out someday again. I went to see the new Terminator film. Let's do it. Since it's kind of quiet and it's might get a little bit awkward, I'm going to do my new Terminator film rankings right here, right now. So we're going to go from best to worst. Since I've seen Terminator Dark Fate, I did give a wee review of Terminator Dark Fate, but for those who never seen that video, yes, Adriana, I actually did message her, see if she wanted to come in. I'm not sure if she's available at the moment, but yes, Adriana and me are still good chums. She's my best online chum. She is lovely, and maybe perhaps she'll watch this later on, and she'll appreciate people asking about her. So Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the best film ever made, alongside with Jaws, so it's, the best. Then you've got to go with the 1984 classic, The Terminator, second best Terminator film. And then, there's the films that really have no business existing, which is the rest of the films. And in third place, I'm going to go with Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. It's compared to the first two, it's absolutely dreadful. But as just a typical average action movie, it's pretty damn good. And it has some terrific action sequences in it. That's my third place. Next, I'm going to say Terminator Salvation, even though I find it really boring and bland at times. I feel like I enjoy that film more than the other two. Then we get on to Terminator Genesis and Terminator Dark Fate. I'd say Terminator Genesis is better. They're both terrible movies. I say Terminator Genesis is the second worst Terminator film, fifth best Terminator film, but Terminator Dark Fate offends me. It doesn't. It's a horrible film, and then it's not just a horrible film, but it's got all these agendas just shoved in your face, And it's like I want to go to cinema to escape all the politic BS. So it's a shit film, and then you've got all these shit agendas. So to me, Terminator Dark Fate, by far the worst, one of the worst films ever made. Ashley Clare says, I heard they are remaking Jaws. Well, there hasn't been a Jaws film since 1987, the year Legends were born. Bobby went to see The Joker. I did too. As for Jaws, I hope that's a fake news. Actually, I don't want them remaking Jaws, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did remake Jaws. Um, I'd probably go and see it just to see how bad it was. Well, you want to see the Joker? Yeah, Joker. Actually, I remember coming out the cinema thinking that was a 7 out of 10. But the more I've thought about the Joker since, I'd say it's maybe a 8.5 out of 10. Is much better than Terminator Dark Fate. And another film, I've been talking a lot about the James Bond films lately. I own 3 sets of the James Bond films. I have Roger Moore synced here. I went to see him before he died. I'm a bit of a Bond mark, to steal a wrestling term. The new Bond film is called No Time to Die, I believe. Um, it's written by a feminist, which oh, just the type of person you need writing a James Bond film. The type, that type of character they all hate. So yeah, I've got a great choice to write a James Bond film. And there's the whole controversy of passing on the 007 code name to a woman. Um, when it's been synonymous with a male for nearly 60 years. Okay. Basically, when No Time to Die comes out next April, I'll have no time to watch it. I refuse. I'm doing a James Rolfe. He refused to see Ghostbusters 2016. I refuse to see the new James Bond movie. I refuse. I'm not going. I'm not doing it. I don't have a Terminator woke fate. I'm not doing it with my beloved Bond franchise. Get out of here. There's other things I've heard. You want action from Bond. You want silly gadgets or Jaws. Beautiful locations, and they're talking about things like a particular woman character's gonna have during. What the hell? That's supposed to be a silly secret agent. That's you know Ah, taking on, going up against all the odds, taking on all these wild villains, and is great escapism. What are they turning Bond into? Anyways, before I get way too excited, we'll move on. We'll move on from Bond, James Bond, and we'll talk about something else. We'll talk about something else. But yeah, see, I haven't been live so often lately this year. And I've had all this horrible stuff boiling inside of me, and I just, needed to escape, my little rats inside of me. Um, hey, Menu Sign. I think I just butchered your name. I apologize. What are you saying there? Sorry. Murad, very good to see you. I joined your Facebook group a few weeks ago. How's it going, buddy? Kidney Jerk. Good to see you in here. How are you doing? I hope I'm pronouncing your name. This is what I don't miss from live streams. I butcher the English language quite often. I'm horrible. I'm rubbish at pronouncing words, and especially people's names I'm not familiar with. I couldn't even pronounce, wasn't sure how to pronounce Adriana for a long time, believe it or not. She had to guide me through it. I just called her A for the first few live streams that she was watching. Yes, I did say in the previous live stream in September that I may do a second Team PMDB reunion. And well, here we are. It's a milestone video. Thank you very much, Bobby. You're far too kind. I really want to clone you. I'm just having an open chat. I've been rambling on. I mentioned CM Punk's back. I'm a tiny bit more interested in fake fights again. I was had a wee ramble about the new James Bond film I'm not going to see next year. Ashley's going to be in and out. Hey, I'm happy to see you too, Ashley. And I was going to say something here. See, 2019. I hate 2019. All this political correctness. I'm like dying to say the stuff I'm really wanting to say, and it's like, oh, like the goalposts of political correctness are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It's like, ah, I should actually, I should. We've got a blooming new general election coming up in the UK here. We're still in the EU. Yeah, I, if I had more power, Ashley, I'd try and do something about it. But I really, it's so unnatural political. We're supposed to be laughing at each other. We're funny human beings. We're supposed to be laughing. We shouldn't be taking life so seriously. I hate all this political correctness. I have an Instagram now that says Sherlock Holmes 94. How's your YouTube coming along, Sherlock? I did catch one of your live streams in the last couple of months. How's it going? Ashley, do you go live yourself? Have you been live lately? We've got another general silly election coming up. I'm probably going to do a tactical vote and vote for the Conservatives because I want out the EU. I'm sick of talking about Brexit. I'm done. I want out. I want them to respect the vote of the people, which they haven't respected for 3 years. You think you've got it bad in America with political correctness? Come to the United Kingdom. I swear to God, I could end up in a cell if I say something incorrectly. I'm being serious. Scotland, where there's supposed to be brave hearts and freedom and, you know, freedom my behind. Rubbish. No such thing as freedom in Scotland anymore. Nicola Sturgeon wants independence, and I want independence from her. Oh, anyway, yes. I mean, it's a bit of a random, wild live stream. Sherlock's channel's going well. I think, well, I've been doing my non-live videos in between the last live stream, and the majority of my videos have been on non-live this year. Um, and then I've managed to get to the 200th milestone. I've not done that before, apart from 2018. No other year that I've been on YouTube have I hit this milestone. I mean, 2018 I done a ridiculous 494 videos. That's too much. You know, very up and down, very random live video series of mine. I don't think 2018's video record of mine will ever be beaten and shouldn't be beaten. That's ridiculous. No one should be doing 494 videos a year. It's ridiculous. What was I thinking? Oh, me. Yeah, I'm rather a bit pathetic today. I've got a fleece. Don't need an excuse to wear a fleece. I've got a fleece on. I've got a hot water bottle. I've already drank my tea. There'll be no commercial breaks in this video live stream, rather, as you know, I haven't done one of these in a while. So, you know, I don't want any gaps, and I haven't got any moderators. I took away all the wrenches a long time ago. I actually get offended when someone gives me a wrench because it's like I feel like I've got to do something with it. So if I enter your live stream, please don't give me a wrench. I really don't want one. Sherlock's asking, does anybody want to follow me on Instagram? I would perhaps follow you, Sherlock, but I'm not on Instagram. I used to be on it years ago, but it was when it wasn't so popular back then, and not many people used it when I first joined, so I deleted it. I can't see me joining Instagram again. So for those who still are watching, well, it's open. I'm willing to talk about anything we can get away with, which is not much, I know, but it's an open discussion. It's an open discussion. Bobby says they're full of scammers on Instagram. Oh, really? I didn't know that. So do people still like the long-haired look, or is it time for a damn haircut? Hey, Tavi Smith, welcome. How are you doing? I've seen you and haven't been live for a couple of months, so obviously I haven't seen you in one of my live streams for a couple of months, but I've seen you around. I'm sure you were in Cab 7 stream or Green Bay Wacky stream. One of those streams, I'm sure I've seen your name pop up in there. And Sherlock is leaving his Instagram, which is Edgeman Fan. Oh, nice. Rangers, might as well mention Scotland's most successful club, Rangers. They are doing wonderful at the moment, and clearly there's going to be a couple of celebrations next year. Trump 2020 landslide, not to mention politics. Did I mention politics? And Rangers' 55th title celebration. Cannot wait. Bring on 2020. 10 years of PMDB videos. I will do a couple of videos for my 10th anniversary next year, but like with the live streams, lazy live streams, how I've phased them out this year, my priorities are going to be so different in 2020s. Like the plan is no live streams at all. So enjoy this, because this will hopefully, never say never again, but this will hopefully be my last live stream ever on any platform. I'm treating this as a one-off, like I treated my September live stream as a one-off reunion. And since it was a milestone video, the 200 PMDB video of 2019, Bobby hates for this, but I'll still, like I say, even though I might be phasing the videos altogether out in the 2020s, I'm just gonna. I've done this for every year this decade. I'm kind of at the end of my chapter on YouTube, if you know what I mean. I think 10 years is enough. 10 years in a row. I'll still do the odd video next year, but like my plans for next year is like totally to like really be like a cameo sort of YouTuber next year. There will not be 200 videos next year, I can assure you. And what I need to do, Bobby, is my Twitter's on private at the moment. Somebody mentioned Adriana earlier on. I use Twitter to, message Adriana, but I may make it public, make it open to the world again sometime, maybe next year. So I deactivate Facebook a lot, and but yeah, I'm quite a hard person to get a hold of. Despite being able to do 1,517 videos now, going live and being as public as this, I'm actually quite a private person. But maybe I'll try and maybe I'll open things up again next year, next decade. Quit it, Bobby says. So I've been flapping my gums, talked about fake fights, talked about my displeasure of the James Bond 007 direction it's going down the toilet. I won't be going to see it next year. Mentioned the general election. I'll be probably doing a tactical vote to vote in the Conservatives. I want out the EU now. I want our vote from over 3 years ago respected. I ended up talking about Halloween. Got a couple of Halloween films coming up in 2020, 2021. Even though I didn't think last year's Halloween was all that good, I remember building up, getting excited for a new Halloween film, going to see it, coming out of cinema, thinking that's not better than Halloween 4. I was disappointed, and the more I rewatched it with my cousins as well, and they both turned around and thought, what a load of shite. I thought, I can't disagree with you. I can't disagree with you. But I'm going to try and keep optimistic for these new upcoming films coming our way, because apparently it's all going to end. The last Halloween movie ever Just like when I say it's the last video ever, but they're saying it's the last Halloween. Well, it should be the last Halloween film with a title like Halloween Ends. So I'll try and remain optimistic for it. But they did release a teaser on Halloween this year for the upcoming film Halloween Kills. And I'm already getting bad vibes. I thought, oh, this is shit. It does not. There's a few kind of cool images that look kind of good with Myers outside the burning house, and there's a couple of cool pics of his mask, but or stills rather from the film. But from that small teaser, I was getting bad vibes already. So I don't think they're going to make as much money as they made with Halloween 2018. Now there are some defenders of Halloween 2018, but there's a lot of people that really didn't like that film, including me. And I don't think they're going to make as much money with these two upcoming films. There's also a new, it's a new horror film out that I may go and see. This will be my third trip to the cinema if I do this year. Doctor Sleep, I believe it's called, a sequel to a very, very good horror film in general, The Shining. It takes place 40 years after the events of the Shining film. I may go and see. I've heard really good things about Doctor Sleep. And then there was one YouTuber I watched whom I quite like. I won't give away his name, but he said Doctor Sleep did what the title said, put him to sleep. So there's a wee bit of backlash out there. But the majority seem to really have enjoyed this movie. So I may go and see it. I'm going to stay on here. I'll go an hour, folks. I'll go an hour. I'll stay on here another 20 minutes and I'll wrap this up. So, like the title suggests, open chat, open discussion, willing to talk about anything we can get away with on here. Apart from drama, I should say that. Apart from drama, I don't do drama on my free channels. So apart from that bullshit, I'm willing to talk about anything you want to. So yes, like Kidney Jerk said earlier on, speaking of that, got something to say? Say it now. I'm going to discuss it. So CM Punk returned. He said, just when you have, what did he say again? Just when you have the questions, I change the culture. I'm not sure anybody knew what that meant, but it was good to hear Call of Personality again on a WWE programming television show, WWE Backstage, and seeing CM Punk on a WWE product again. He's got me a tiny bit interested in wrestling and fake fights again. So we'll see where it goes. I appreciate the thumbs up. If you do like my videos, I very much appreciate the thumbs up if you do like them. We'll talk about the paranormal. We talk about anything here. There was a temptation, and I mentioned Bear Bob Bain earlier on. I was going to create a paranormal character to kind of take the mick of the paranormal community on here, because I think they take the paranormal stuff far too seriously sometimes. So I was going to create a character. I was going to call him Paranormal Pete, but then I YouTube Paranormal Pete. Paranormal Pete is taken. And then I was going to call him Paranormal Pat. But guess what? Paranormal Pat is also taken. So I thought, I'm just going to go with Paranormal Patrick if I do create this character. But it never go out the writing, thinking stage. But I was close to making a paranormal character. And I've always wanted to kind of do a whole stream on the paranormal. I'm no expert. My character would be made up and pretend to be an expert. And, would be some funny skits if I did go ahead with that character. But I'm no expert in the paranormal. But I do believe us tiny human beings in this massive universe, we are not the only living things here. No way. There's definitely something else after this life. There's something else in this life, in my opinion, not just this. So I think it'd be interesting to do a paranormal type video, paranormal type stream someday. Just I've done one paranormal streams, or streams rather, that have turned into a sort of paranormal stream. There was one that stands out where we all were sharing our ghost stories. This is one of my earlier live streams from last year, and it was weird. It got a bit strange because the more deep, we got into it, like everybody, me included. I was wearing a fleece, of course, and everybody in the chat, me included, all started getting chills. And this was during the summer last year. We all started getting chills when talking about paranormal stuff. So, and it's kind of fun. The reason I've always kind of liked scary movies, horror films, because I do like to be scared. It's nice to be. It's kind of nice to be scared and sort of face your fears. So I think if I were to do another stream, God forbid, perhaps I would do one on the paranormal. So, maybe I should have went live with Az Raller. He's not real. In case anybody wonders if Bear Bob Bain was real, he's not actually real. It's a character I made up. But maybe I should have went live with him, and maybe Bear Bob Bain would have brought in more of an audience. But yeah, he's of course still in a cell following Drunken Thoughts 2, Bob's Rant. It's funny because the last time someone said something in this stream was Bobby saying quit it, and it seems like the people that were watching me and participating in the chat, Ashley did say she was going to be in and out, but it seems already the people who were here chatting away have already quit my stream. God, I'm such a failure on here. Last stream ever, last video ever. I'm actually joking. But I am going to be phasing videos out in 2020. Stay on here. I'm gasping for a cup of tea. So I'll stay on here another 13 minutes and I'm done. Enjoy this stream. I'm thinking in my head, how on earth am I going to get this? Pardon me, going to get this onto BitChute. BitChute's another video platform and site. You can find PMDB videos. I suggest people joining it because I think it's good not to have all your eggs in one basket being YouTube. It's nice to be on different video platform and websites. I've got, I had some videos on Facebook as well. I'm on another site, BitChute, PMDB videos. My channel is called on there. And I'm just thinking, how on earth am I going to get this video on there? Because I have been uploading all my new videos over there too. And they used to have a neat little feature where if you put in your YouTube channel code, it would automatically upload your new uploads and live streams to your BitChute account. But it doesn't seem to be working at the moment. And I've been manually uploading the videos, which is a pain in the backside, to be honest. So I was thinking, how am I going to get this? This will probably be a YouTube exclusive because there's no way. I mean, I'm nearly into an hour. No way I'm going to try and upload an hour-long video to BitChute. No, I won't even attempt to upload an hour-long non-live video to YouTube. I mean, I'd be here all week. I'm not even going to dare try and do it on another video platform website. But yeah. This has been a bit of a ramble, but I hope people that were part of this live stream enjoyed and glad to see me back, all that fun stuff. And those who may have watched, it's been good seeing some familiar faces like Ashley Sherlock, Tavi, Bobby. Uh, you know, do I miss the live streams? Yes, I do miss the live streams because I miss this. I miss this instant interaction you do not get with non-lives. Um, and sometimes you don't get any comments with the non-live, so it can be very lonely, the non-live experience, when you're a very small irrelevant YouTuber in the northeast of Scotland. Um, so yeah, there is aspects of the live streams I do miss, but there's a lot of BS that comes with live streaming too, as with all, being a part of. So I don't miss any of that. I mean, you can get BS with non-lives too, but there seems to be more BS with the lives. So I don't miss that. But I do miss, the wee crowd that used to come in that were genuine, liked me, liked my videos, you know, liked the wee community I had in here. And I do miss that. But you know what? This year, like I've been saying in this video time and time again, I've been phasing that out this year. And I've made a couple of characters. I've been doing more non-live videos again. And I'm not saying they're my best videos, but the videos I enjoy doing the most is when I'm performing. So, next year, the videos I'm like, if I when I upload again next year, I'm going to make sure it's really, 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 really something worth everybody's time when I upload a video. And I'm going to try and focus really on the creative side of things and the performance side of things, because that's what I really want to be doing, is performing, is being creative, is, my ideal job would probably be working behind the scenes in films. Even if I had to test Hollywood these days, that that would be my ideal dream job. Um, years and years ago, it used to be, I wanted to be a wrestler. I wanted to be Shawn Michaels. Anybody know who Shawn Michaels is? He had luscious locks like I've got now, and I wanted to be Shawn Michaels when I was 8. So I've always wanted to perform. I've always wanted to try and entertain people, and I've always, wanted to be on a stage. And in 2010, I made YouTube my stage for Drunken Thoughts, my first online video ever, and then that developed into this most random series ever. Sometimes I'm performing, sometimes I'm acting all crazy, and I've done 1,005 videos, or 1,004 videos rather. I correct myself. And then I decided, well, I've never been live before last year, so I started doing lazy live streams. I've done far too many of them. But I have faced that out this year, and I feel like 2019 may be one of my better years in terms of video quality. But it'd be interesting to see everybody else's feedback. And I've always been, when I started going live in 2018, I've always been fascinated to see what people prefer. Do they prefer my live streams? Do they like when I do the edited videos? I did a Bond set lately talking about all the James Bond films, ranking them all, and I done it in sections. I done Connery, Sean Connery, Lazenby, George Lazenby, Moore, Roger Moore, Dalton, Timothy Dalton, Brosnan, Pierce Brosnan, Craig, Daniel Craig, Bane. Oh, I'm liking it. I'm not James Bond, but I done those videos in sections, and I think those who did watch it seemed to have a great time watching those videos. And a guy actually says, I'll just say Jeff, if you're watching this and repeat, Jeff actually said that he's went back to rewatch the James Bond films because I spoke about them and was talking about them in those videos. And the people who did watch those videos seemed to have a good time watching those videos. So aerial views, well, just about to give up the ghost there. This is what I've missed. I've missed your beautiful face. In fact, and this is not fake news, aerial views in Histories UK. In fact, I got into my head that you go live every Tuesday. Oh, he's been lurking. He's been lurking. I love you, Steve. You're making me stutter my words. I was actually gutted not to see you live. yesterday. Yes. Well, you were actually in my September live stream, my original Team PMDB reunion. And I don't know if you remember, but I did say in that video there might be a reunion in November. And I was joking with Ashley earlier on, who was in this stream earlier on, um, how I used to say last stream ever, last video ever, and it sort of became my gimmick. Um, there's been a few occasions in between videos. I got to the 1500 video. I was like, okay, I'm never doing videos again. And then I did do a video again. And I thought, this is such a waste of my time. I'm never doing videos again. And then I tied it. I thought, okay, well, I'll make 2 more videos. I'll tie it. Oh, how about I do a sequel to my first 2 ever videos from this decade, Drunken Thoughts and Video Fail? Wouldn't that be funny if I did 2 sequels to my first 2 videos that started this BS in the first place? Intending it to be a nice, you had Drunken Thoughts, Video Fail at the start, and then, at the end of this decade, you would have Video Series Fail and Drunken Thoughts 2 at the end. It would be a nice wee, everything's tied together. There shouldn't be any more videos after this. Lo and behold, I end up doing the Bond set. I just can never stay the F away. But to be fair on me, I have done a lot less live streams this year. To be fair. Stevie boy, I might have to stay. Now that you've messaged in here, I have to stay for a wee bit longer. I was going to wrap this up in 4 minutes, but I blame Steve. I have missed, Steve, is our banter. I thought we had some great chemistry, great banter together. I sometimes see you in other people's live streams or your own live streams with Android, with Mark, and I've always thought we had good chemistry together. Also, hello, I'm still a panel virgin, but I am up. Since I don't go live so much, I am up for being on someone's panel. So if you want me in a panel, and I'll behave myself in the panel. I won't turn it into Paul Michael, David Bain show or anything like that. I'll behave myself. But I am up to no longer being a panel virgin. This is what I've missed. Yes, I'm such a beta male today, Steve. I've got my hot water ball. No, there's anything wrong with being a beta male. I've got my hot water ball. I'm rather cold here on the Trump train. So I'm glad. See, Ashley's thinking. Ashley, who was in earlier on, thinks we need a name for my hot water ball. Steve also says, it's only because you are begging for a tombstone powered by. Oh my God. This is coming from the person that challenged me to a classic SmackDown game over a year ago, and then live stream after live stream came up with excuse after excuse why he couldn't get to work. Rubbish. Free count. Inbound. You know what? I tell you what I would like, not just to be on someone's panel someday. And since you're here now, Steve, like there's a few people that used to come into my live streams, like Adriana and yourself and Bobby, and actually meet up with in person. And I would love, Steve, just to be in a pub somewhere where in walks the Eagle VP, in walks yourself, in walks Mark, just a pub somewhere and having this chat. No filters, no worrying about silly guidelines or what we can't say, no worrying about any negativity, just having a great banter together in person. I would love that. This is quite a weird thing we all do on YouTube, making videos about ourselves and talking about things, and it's quite weird what we all do in here. It'd be interesting to talk with other YouTubers. Now, I've met people in person that have watched me on here, but I've never really met anybody that's been a YouTuber, very small YouTuber like myself. So it would be fascinating for me to have that in-person conversation without the fear of guidelines. Be great. But I'm going to go soon. I'm going to go soon. I'm getting rude. Um, bye bye. Bye bye. Yes, it is very quiet in here. Um, yeah, unless there's an avalanche of people that come in now, I'm going to wrap this stream up, ladies and gentlemen. um, so, might as well talk about my future on YouTube, on BitChute, the PMDB video series future. I will continue to make non-live videos for the remainder of this year, the remainder of this decade. When I feel like I've got a good, solid idea, I'll upload a video to either this channel, Paul Michael DB, my original channel, PMDB Videos, or the other channel, barely used, Paul Michael DB Free. But this will be this actually will be, okay, what I'll do, Steve, is, yeah, he just got here. It would be rude to go. What I'll do, Steve, I'll make you can be my moderator. If I'm going to stay a little bit longer, Steve, um, you're now my moderator. Then I'm going to need a drink. I'm going to need a drink, buddy. So you keep a lookout for any trouble. Um, yeah, there we go. Then I get too excited. I'm going to bring it right back after I finish wrapping up this stream. So what I'll do, Steve, I'll stay on for another cup of tea. Hey, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll stay on for another cup of tea, Steve, and then I'm gone. Um, to just do non-live videos, and then in 2020 I'll be really be hard. I'll only do videos if I've got a super duper idea following this decade. I just feel like Steve's eyes are peeled. Be right back, buddy. Hope no one's. Make sure no one steals this. Ah, right. Be two ticks. Two ticks. Waiting for the kettle to boil. Hello. Hello indeed. Yes, no stealing my hot water ball. As the kettle boiled. Steve, I'm back. I'm cold. Should have got this heated up instead. Right. You have the free viewers here, free, very beautiful human beings, I'm sure. I was just laughing, telling my missus about the time I told you I would free do you. No, it's one man. Really, you're going to free D me through a table gag wrap. How is Lauren doing, anyways? Hope she's well. Um, See, I sometimes lurk on my friends' live streams too. Or if I do lurk, I'll maybe say hello and then piss off, and I'll lurk for the rest of the stream. So I sometimes see, I'm sometimes nosy enough what you're typing in the chat, other people's live streams and stuff. Lauren is doing fine. So, Steve, I'm all yours. This is because of you. You made me go and get this cup. Hello, Lauren. But I don't know if you heard me earlier on, Steve. I know I'm a hard person to get a hold of, but I would totally be up for meeting folk in person. I believe you've had a few. I've seen you in videos with Eagle VP and Keith and others before. I want some of that. I want to meet up with people in person. So, like the title suggests, Steve, I'm open to discuss anything, whether it's your downfall. I'm open to discuss anything. We can get away with one here. God bless President Trump. Yeah, I'm still very much on board the Trump train. I'll be doing a tactical vote in December. I want independence away from Nicola Sturgeon, as I've mentioned already. I want nothing to do with Labour. I really want Nigel Farage as Prime Minister here, but that's not an option, so I think I'll be doing a Conservative tactical vote. Get us out. See, I was actually going to ask how your new home was, because I actually already know this. Because I have been lurking on friendly live streams lately, and either someone was talking about you or you had popped in. And isn't that crazy? I actually already know you've moved. I've been snooping, Steve. Oh, I've missed that bit. Would you like? Yeah, well, as I say, I think it'd be great to meet well, you're much bigger than me, other YouTubers, sometime. And maybe you could finally put me a SmackDown game, or it doesn't need to be a SmackDown game. Hell, I don't even like wrestling these days. I got a tiny bit excited, tiny bit of interest that CM Punk, the best UFC fighter in the whole wide world web, is back. But other than that, WWE's been trash wrestling, filth. AEW, not watched one episode of AEW. That's how interested I am in it. I'm over Chris Jericho. I know Steve's probably over Chris Jericho as well. I'm done. I don't want to see any more Chris Jericho. Much as I like my hair down sometimes, on occasion, it really gets in the way of drinking my tea. That would be a great stream. Steve versus PMD, or as he calls himself, I see what he's did here. AVAH. AVAH. Versus PMDB in the squared. Yeah, see, you could do it live, buddy. Do you really want me to embarrass you on your own live stream in your own house? Do you really want? If you insist on that happening, then we can make it happen. Might be a very quick live stream. I don't think it would take me that long to tapping out so much, so much. You'll be getting so many lefts, Steve. You'll be asking for some rights. It is on. It is on. And it'll take more than a damn tombstone to beat me. I never give up. Just like I never stopped doing videos. I never give up. Steve says, I have not backed down. Just the tech. Oh, there we go. There's blame the technology. It'll be far better given your downfall. Oh, isn't that cute? Am I still going to be wrapped up in my fleece? What was it you said again? Something to do with fleeces following my demise. Oh, me. This is what I've missed. This is what I've missed about videos, live videos, is the instant interaction, the banter with those who generally liked me and liked my videos. But I honestly think not only would it be a glorious victory for me, of course, I think it'd be just great to see you in person, Lauren, and others, I think it'd be great. I've seen some small YouTubers, big YouTubers have got together, and it always looks like a lot of fun. So I'm going to stay on here a little bit longer. Spread the word, Steve. Spread the word, folks. That PMDB is alive once again for the first time in over 2 months. What kind of dog have you got again, Steve? Taz. That's just like the wrestler Taz or the cartoon character Taz. That's cute. I do love animals. Apart from the scary ones. I remember you mentioning Taz before. Couldn't quite remember his name, but Black Lab. Now it's the memories are coming back. Does it feel like I've been away from you, even though I've been doing non-live videos? Does it feel like I've been away for forever on YouTube, or if I came back too soon? Yeah, I didn't mention your live streams earlier on, Steve. What's happening with you and Mark's live streams? Are they still a thing, or have they stopped, or what's going on, bud? Even though I don't know much about drones myself, I found the stories involving the drones and the sort of backlash, silly things that comes with drones from the BBC and stuff. I found those stories fascinating. So I would always look out for you and Mark's streams. Are they still a thing, or are you? Oh, and that's to know. See, I did check out your channel and seen that there wasn't a video for 3 weeks or so, it said. But maybe I read it wrong. Well, I noticed you had been doing ones on Saturday, sometimes two. Well, it might be my bedtime and viewing, Steve. Sometimes I have really bad sleeping patterns. Well, lately, touch wood, lots of wood up there. I've got my sleeping patterns back in together, so maybe I'll just fall asleep to your beautiful voice tonight, Steve. Me. I do that quite often. I fall asleep to someone I'm not allowed to name on here, AJ. I fall asleep to him quite often, but then he gets so wound up and starts getting excited about fake news and all the BS going on. He sometimes wake up and he's still ranting away. He got like a scare. Steve says, "Yeah, I didn't have my own internet while moving." Ah, right. So okay. It all makes sense now. I did wonder. See, that's how keen I was to watch you. I actually went channel and see where I haven't seen where is he? And Murad was in earlier on. I noticed you were on his panel a couple of times, right? He's a good guy, and I do feel like you and Mark have got some great chemistry. How are you getting on with your drone? I remember in a video you mentioned, Steve, that you had broken one drone. I don't think Lauren was too impressed with that. How was your drone coming? Yeah, Murad. You know, we've all. I see a lot of myself in him sometimes. We'll get have problems on here, or times when not many people's watching, and uh, times like we feel like, is there a point in doing this? I see a lot of myself in him, Murad, actually. No, he's a good guy. And if him and others weren't so far away, I would totally meet up with them too. Well, at least the likes of yourself, Steve, and a few others in here seem to have missed my live streams. But I have phased them out this year. But since it was my 200th video of 2019, I thought, if I'm going to go live again and do another reunion type video, then why not do it in this damn milestone? Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people out there. A lot. Be careful with my words here. There's a lot of people that treat this as a job right away. I will be honest. I did want to become when I was young and stupid, but when I started in 2010, when I was still young, I did want to be famous. I must admit, I did want to be famous. And then I grew out of wanting to be famous, thinking, thank God I never did become famous because that would be kind of annoying. Um, since then, it's really, it was never about the money. I just wanted to perform, entertain, and have a big audience. And it didn't quite happen. I did perform and entertain, but the big audience thing, that didn't happen. But it's like I said in a video last year, my first video of 2018 was actually titled, I Never Want Money for This. And it's the truth. I've never treated this as a job. I've had jobs in between. To me, this is not a job. I know some people treat it as work. And I do put a lot of work into some of these videos. And even, all the ones I don't really put a lot of effort into, they all add up. Hello, abandoned boys. How's it going? They all add up. But new YouTube guidelines in December now. YouTube will be able to. Yes. See, I think there's a lot of. I did see that coming up, Steve, and I was concerned about that. But Steve, I think. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I think. Uh, um, going to be hugging your videos. I've never heard that before. Hug away. I like hugs. I'm sure my videos will like hugs too. I've never. I think we agreed to that new guideline in you here in Europe. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Steve. I think we've already agreed, and it's been in effect where we stay since July 22nd. I could be wrong, and it's well, very welcome, new fan here. How are you doing? I'm going to stay on until once I finish this cup of tea. I'm going, but everybody welcome in here, as long as you're not a Celtic fan. But I could be wrong, Steve. I don't think. Now, it did annoy me to begin with when I heard about this new rule. But I don't think it's so bad as people are making it out to be. It might end up being that bad, but I mean, if it came to a stage where you had to make money to survive, I'm done on here. I'll be finished. I'll be finished. But the PMDB video series will not be finished. If that does happen, BitChute. I'm already on BitChute. There's already 361 videos of mine on BitChute, and I might have to. I'll do. And if anything happened to my BitChute, I'll do something. I'll find a way to continue this series. So, but obviously, a lot of people panicking, getting worried about this new guidelines. But I think they've been in effect here in Europe since July 22nd. I could be wrong, Steve. What have you heard about it, Steve? What are you up to, abandoned boys? I'm almost done, boys and girls. I'm almost done. I need to heat this up. I really need to heat this up. So I'm guessing if you're just chilling at work, you must be in the States, in America somewhere, or are you working late? If YouTube keeps playing silly, then everyone. Yeah, yeah. This is. I don't get. All I want for Christmas is new owners of YouTube. But um, Indiana. I've been to America 4 times, but I've never been there before. Welcome to the stream. God bless you. Um, yeah, I've always said that to people. Since day one. I'm guessing very like yourself, Steve. I back up my videos. I back up my pictures. I've got a lot of pictures, of family stuff and nights out and all that, blah 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 blah. Um, but it seems so silly that YouTube is going in this way. That people will eventually say, and just get up and leave and move video home, so to speak. That's what I don't get. If I were in charge of YouTube, I'd be one. I would get rid. The first thing I would do is get rid of the three strikes and you're out rule. We're not at school anymore. It's not a game of cricket. Three strikes and you're out. I'd get rid of that right away. If people went over to score, I'd put them in like a or jail. Like give them a timeout for like a week or a month, 6 months. But I wouldn't. I think when you want to delete people outright, to me, that's out of order, in my opinion. Oh, I know. That's why I avoid conspiracy theories, even though that's what I'm interested in. I avoid, even though I say God bless Donald Trump from time to time. I avoid doing serious political videos because if you're facing political view, and you've got to watch what you say when I joined YouTube, I think you've been on a long time as well, Steve. When I joined YouTube, it was still the Wild West days of YouTube back in 2010. Abandoned Boys says numbers don't define your. Absolutely, I'm into that. I agree. So does Steve. I mean, I don't care about numbers now. I'll make jokes about how I've got hundreds more videos than subs. You know, I have been on here for over 10 years across 4. He's more old school than I am. So, Steve, you would have been on YouTube in last decade, and yeah, that's why I joined it because I just, for there was before I joined YouTube and before I was ever a member of YouTube, I did watch YouTube. I watched it more than television. I never watched television. I don't want to go back to watching television. And if YouTube or internet videos disappeared one day, I would not. I'm not going to all of a sudden watch your television. I'm not going to all of a sudden watch your Netflix and chill. I guess I'll just have to do something more productive with my time, because I'm never going back to watching television ever again. Never. That's the end game, to get us all watching television again. It's not happening with me. Bobby likes the TV. See, I was never really a TV addict. I like some franchises, movie franchises. I liked my wrestling. I like my fake fights. Still love my Glasgow Rangers. Um, I watch them, follow them everywhere they go. But that's the one thing internet videos don't do well is sports. Live sports, rubbish. Looks like a video game when you watch it on here. So I do technically still watch TV, but only when Rangers, Scotland's most successful club, are on. But I just, okay, fair enough if they want to push the mainstream stuff, but well, why, if they get rid of the small stuff, us, like, if I felt like I was kicked off unfairly, I swear to you now, I would never use YouTube ever again if it was something unfairly. If I was kicked off unfairly, I swear. And I feel like many people would be the same. So why why can't one have the mainstream stuff, the big YouTubers, and the small stuff, us? Why, but what can we do? What can we do? Sometimes you just gotta eat shit and enjoy it. That's my tea now, Steve. Bobby, welcome back. Um, I've nearly went an hour and a half. I think I'm going to wrap things up, guys and girls. Time for an uprising. I'll look out for your live stream later tonight, Steve. I think this is where I'm going to tie things up. Um, and I need to heat this up. No, Steve. No. Oh, me. Um, well, no, hey, I appreciate it. You must have seen the big smile on my face when you came in, and this is what I've missed. Bobby. I really appreciate you're really good. I hate to call you a fan, but you're a good viewer of mine, and your comment on a lot of my videos, and it was very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Before I go, if views or anybody else's, let me know what you want to see. It's not going to be live. Don't get used to this. This is a one-off November live. Hopefully, last live stream ever. Let me know what you want. Before I go, let me know what type of videos you want from me, and I'll look into it. Oh, I've missed the banter, Steve, and maybe next year we can arrange a meetup, and I think we'd have a lot of banter together. But I'm gonna just end the stream very soon. Hopefully, it'll be available in BitChute too. I'm not even gonna try and attempt to upload this manually. I'm hoping the thing on BitChute where it uploads your new YouTube videos and live streams works. Let's try it out again. Right, I'm going. I appreciate everybody that's came in today. I will warm the PS1 up. Oh, here he goes. Get your defeat in nice and early and home in time. Oh, isn't that cute? Home in time for breakfast. This is what I've missed. You don't get this on the non-lives. You do not get this. Right, I'm going. Appreciate everybody that's joined me for the 261st PMDB live experience. I've had a ball, I've enjoyed myself, and I hope you have too. And anybody that rewatches or watches this on the replay, God bless you all. And good night, Steve. Good night, Robbie, and anybody else who's still watching. Night night.